Hello and welcome, fellow crafters. It's Terry here from Vig Says Creates. Today is an exciting day as I am part of an inspiration with Team Tiny. So Team Tiny is a group of small YouTubers with followings of under 1,000 subscribers, and I recently joined, and they do regular YouTube hops and Instagram hops on a variety of different themes. So this particular video for the inspiration hop for this month, we were paired up with another member of Team Tiny and asked to case one of their cards. So I was paired up with the lovely Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations. I'll put the link to her YouTube channel down below in the description box, and also the link to the video of hers that I was inspired by. And it's a hashtag driven hop, so there'll also be the hashtag in the description box. So if you want to see what other crafters have done for this hop, then I highly suggest that you click on that link. They're all going to be very short videos, just 10 to 15 minutes long, so you'll get to see lots and lots of things. But it's a really cool idea, I thought, to sort of look at someone else's videos and makes and try and come up with something that you're inspired by. Now, it was quite difficult for me because Marie has so many great videos on her channel that I just had like so many ideas, so there was a lot for me to choose from. But the one that I've actually decided to do today is to she has a video on her channel that say using up scraps. And this is something I've been meaning to do for a while because I love speciality cardstock and papers, and I always keep them. And I have made cards using scraps in the past, but it's something that I haven't done for a long time, and I've been meaning to. And then just seeing that video and the lovely card that Marie made me inspired to do one for this video. So what I have here is this sticks to A4 double-sided adhesive tape sheets. And I haven't actually used this before because when I've done this technique before, I've used glue. But this is apparently so much faster and easier to do. Yep. Making sure that I do this correctly. So I've cut it down to 5.5 by 5.5. I'm going to cut this down once it's completed so that it sticks onto a 6 by 6 card. So I've adhered that to that, and then I've peeled off the backing sheet. Here we go. So I raided my scraps box and found lots of pieces of card. My sort of favourite colours are like greens and turquoise and aqua and purple, and I'm really getting to like pinks recently as well. So basically I've just raided my stash and found these colours which pretty much well go together. And then, so here we go, let's have a look. So I'm going to use some of the smaller pieces first. This is a nice, this is gorgeous. This one is ivory bouquet. A lot of these specialty papers that I use, are from Tonic Studios. I really love their card and paper. I've got some patterned paper in here as well. I was trying to find the smaller ones to use at the edges. So we've got a gold, sort of slightly glittery one. Just trying to make sure I get them all edge to edge so there's no gaps. I love this duck egg blue. This is another one of the speciality cardstocks that I absolutely loved. This is another one. And as Marie was saying in her video, you can, by doing it on copy paper, you can do all sorts of things. Once this is completed, you can die cut out of it. You could like die cut like a heart, or any kind of shape really that you want to. but it's just quite important to make sure that all of the strips, if you haven't tried this technique before, to make sure that all the strips are straight, and also that you butt them up against each other, which is actually easy to do with glue. It's a pretty one. This one's called Salmon Harlequin. It's a tonic speciality paper, in case anyone's interested. This one's like a really beautiful coppery rose gold colour. We've got a nice like turquoise blue. I think this is a Sizzix one. And then what Marie did in her video once she had completed the panel was she trimmed it down and mounted it onto a card blank, which I'm going to do, and then she stamped a sentiment and used a decorative punch to punch out. Well, in my scraps I found this, which I've obviously cut out for something and not used, so that's like, I really wanted to use that because I really like using up scraps, so I figured that'd be perfect. So I'm going to use that when I get to that point. And the thing I found with making these kinds of cards is, like, obviously you can go for a very particular theme, or you can just pick colours that you like and you think will go together. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, in my experience, whenever I've made these cards, they've always turned out looking really nice, no matter sort of what I've gone for. It's so fun picking out these different pieces, thinking about what's going to look nice together. And it's getting rid of scraps, because I don't know about you, let me know in the comments, are you a scrap hoarder, or do you sort of regularly go through and sort of purge all of your scraps? Because I definitely keep them in case, you know, they come in use for something. I guess just because it's like, I think we spend so much money on craft supplies that I want to make sure that I get the absolute most out of everything, so I don't like to let any bits go to waste. Right, so there we go, there is my panel. So I'm going to go ahead and trim off all of these edges. I just love the final result of what you can get from using bits of leftovers. I'm also participating in another YouTube hop today, which has also gone live on my channel, so feel free to have a look at that, where I create a completely different type of card, and also feel free to have a look around my YouTube channel and see if you like the kind of things that I make, and if you do, consider subscribing. And likewise with the other crafters that have taken part in the YouTube hop, you know, have a look around. If you like their stuff, you might find some new artists, some new creators that you might want to follow. Obviously there's no pressure to, it's just you know, if you want to. I'm really pleased with that. I love the mix of the different types of paper, and I think having sort of like a clean white centre will really sort of look nice on top of the white 6x6 card blank. And this is a pack of card and envelope blanks that I got from Tonic Studios. So yeah, I just need to find a sentiment for this. So I'll be back in a moment. So I decided to use this giant hugs sentiment from this Concord and 9th Cuddles and Hugs stamp set, with all the as well, so all the hugs, and I'm going to stamp this in Versamark ink, clear sticky ink and use some Stampin' Stuff detail embossing powder. So first of all, I need to use my anti-static powder bag on the cardstock panel to make sure that we don't get any bits of embossing ink or powder where we don't want it. So if you're new to heat embossing, then that's something that you need to do every time. And then we add a generous amount of Versamark ink, trying to get good coverage. We give it a good old press down, trying to make sure that we get good coverage onto the panel. And what I do is I have a piece of paper for each of the different embossing powders that I used most often. So this one is the one that I use for the detail gold embossing powder. So I'll generously cover the whole panel. A few bits over here. So I'm quite pleased with that. There's just a few bits of powder where I don't want them to be, so I'm just hunting in my little pot of useful things to find just a dry soft paintbrush to remove some of the areas of excess powder. And then when heat embossing, we need to make sure that our heat tool is really hot before we apply it to what we want to be heat embossed. You can see here the colour changing as the embossing powder melts. No matter how many times I do this process, I just love seeing it every single time. Never get tired of it. And there we go, we have all the hugs lovely centerpiece. I'm going to use some glue. One of my go-to glues is this Nouveau Deluxe adhesive, so I'm just going to apply that to mount this panel onto the card. I'm really pleased with that. I think I love the effect of, especially of using speciality papers on it. You guys should definitely check out Marie's channel. She's got so many great projects on her YouTube channel. And I'm really excited. I'll be watching along, obviously Marie's video to see which of my cards she's chosen to case, and watching the other members of Team Tiny to see what they've come up with. So I'm really excited. This is the first hop that I have done, so it's a new thing for me. That should go just about there. Yeah, that looks nice. So this could be you know, it's a really versatile card. It could be for many different occasions. You know, just to send someone a note, or you could add a happy birthday little sentiment strip underneath, or you know, if someone's going through a difficult time. It's really versatile. You could use it for many different things. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please check out Marie's video, which will be the link in the description box below, and click on the hashtag to see the other people that have been partaking in this YouTube hop. If you have enjoyed this video and like my card, please feel free to have a look around my channel and see the other things that I make, and if you like, then consider subscribing. Thanks for spending this time with me today. I really appreciate it. As always, take care, stay safe, and hopefully I'll see and speak to you soon. Bye.